There are some stories that grab you by the heart and won't let go. Stories about overcoming, stories about daring to dream in a world that tries to limit you. And Intrepid, the girl with dream, is one of those stories. Hi, besties. Welcome back to DURA'S Voice podcast. And I'm your host, Ambassador Florence. And with me here is...
Nobon Francis.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, today we are going to talk about Intrepid, the girl with dream. And we have here with us our lead character, Uforo. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. So you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Intrepid, the girl with dream, is a story that talks about resilience. It talks about a young girl in her teenage age. And one thing I love about this girl, Uforo, is no matter what, she knows what she wants. And she actually went for that particular thing she wants. And of course, it came out very well and very successful. And this is our amazing Uforo. So, Uforo, when you were actually given this opportunity, when you're actually given the opportunity to play the role, Uforo, what actually made you say, okay, I'm going to take this?
Okay. First of all, this story, Intrepid, is one that resonates with me. It's a story that connects deeply with me. It's a story of resilience, a story of shooting for the stars and just going after what you want, despite the challenges, despite society stereotypes, despite parental hindrances and all of that. It's just striving for what you want, going for what you want, and then doing it against all odds. So when I got the script, when I read the story, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
It made a lot of sense because I share in that line. I am someone who believes that no matter the circumstances, no matter what happens, if I put my mind to do a particular thing, I must succeed. I must strive to get it done. And playing the lead character Uforo was amazing. I give a shout out to the producer for finding me fit to play that role. Like I said, it's a story that connects with me a lot, and reading the script, getting to know who Uforo really was. I mean, a teenage girl who wants to do things that men do according to what society says. And it was a cool one for me. It was an amazing one, and I'm glad I was a part of that project.
Okay. So you are actually saying because it's a story that you can actually relate to.
Yes.
And that was like, okay. Yeah, nice one. You know, in the story, there is actually a scene that got to me, like when even your mom and her friend, they were actually against you.
Yeah,
they were actually against you. So how did you tend to prepare for that particular scene? Because you know, in our generation today, it's actually very difficult knowing that my mom or my parent is actually against this particular thing, but then like for your parents to be against you, most times you see that it's as if what I'm trying to do is wrong.
Wrong, right?
Yeah,
that's
so how
true.
did you get to prepare, put your mind, your emotions to that particular scene?
Thank you very much for that question. I think in reality, it's really hard to do what you're doing when the people around you talk about your family, your friends, your relation are the ones that are actually discouraging you and saying that you should not do it. And I think that if parents or friends or people who tend to discourage us from going after what we want actually see the benefit or see the future of this thing, they would not try to discourage us. I'm saying like a personal story. My dad, for one, is a typical African father who would not let his child, leave the four walls of the house. He's very protective. And like I said earlier, I'm one who wants, whenever I set my mind to do a particular thing, I always tend to do it. And look at it today. I've been in Port Harcourt for, I think, 3 times for 3 different films.
Wow.
And like I said, the story resonates really with me. It hasn't been easy to, should I say, remove myself from that protection and all of that. But then we thank God for God. And we thank God that my father has finally seen it, although not wholly, but then he has a picture of what it is like or what the future holds. When he saw the movie Intrepid, he was speechless.
Wow.
And there was a part that got him laughing. I didn't want to see it with him because it would be a little weird for me, but then yeah, that's what it is. So I'm grateful that he's beginning to see it. He's beginning to see what the future holds, and no one truly really understands your future, what you aim to do than yourself. So sometimes it's difficult to even try to talk to them and tell them, okay, this is it. This is what it is, and this is what I think the future is going to hold. So it's always difficult having strict parents and having people who are, strictly on their own opinions, like this is what I want you to do. Exactly. So yeah.
Okay, I myself, I can actually relate very well, because the first skill I actually learned, man,
it was what?
it was something else, because my dad, he was actually against it. My siblings, partially, they were against it. So, but I know what I want. Yes, and I was like, okay, if that's the case, I'm just going to do it myself. And to God be the glory, it came out successful. True. And then going down the second one, I did not tell anybody.
I feel like everybody can relate to that, because I learned fashion designing.
Wow.
That was after my secondary school. I told my dad, this is what I want to do. It wasn't easy. I had to get somebody to talk to him, to convince him.
Are you serious?
Like, my dad needs a lot of convincing. I had to talk to somebody. But today, Enobo, please help me amend this. Enobo, so this for But before now, he did not see that. He did not see that. But we thank God that with time and with growth, they finally can see what you can do and just let you do what you want and go for what you want at the end of the day.
I think it actually has to do with our parents, like all these permit me to say, old-fashioned. Yes, because when you tell them, they always believe, like most of them, they always believe, okay, the women, they are for the kitchen, for the home, schooling or getting skills, acquiring skills is not for women. I actually think, but then believe me, Uforo, you actually did amazing.
Thank you.
Like, you actually did amazing in that story. Like, the story was top notch. So, what was one thing you actually leave the viewers with? What was one piece of advice or message?
I feel like as I was talking, I was giving out advice. But then, if there's something you're so passionate about doing, if there's something you know that even without being paid, you can do this thing with all of your heart, go for what you want. Go for your dreams. Shoot for the stars. Despite the challenges you face, there are going to be obstacles. I am still facing so many hurdles and obstacles. There are going to be obstacles. So what you have to do is to put your mind, your body, and soul into the whatever you want to do and to be. And trust me, with God by your side and with good people that can connect you to doing what you can do, definitely you're going to get to the top.
Yeah. So, hey viewers, to you all out there, Intrepid, the girl we dream, it's out on Starways Pictures on YouTube. So just go there, watch, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and please drop your comments on Starways Pictures. Don't forget, I repeat, don't forget to go there, watch Intrepid, because it's an amazing masterpiece. It's an educative one, and of course it's going to teach you a lot. Yes, it's going to teach you a lot. And also, if you are new joining us or tuning into our podcast, DURA'S Voice Podcast, welcome. And if you are a regular, welcome back. And believe me, you won't like to miss this conversation. You won't like to miss the conversation. And don't forget to subscribe to DURA'S Voice Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, see you next time. Bye.